asking.
No, I mean, that's what the Ped Bike Group has been trying to do in conjunction with traffic and transportation, is when we have a road project that comes up either because of reconstruction or resurfacing, that we are following our complete street policy. And I completely agree that it would be a better and it would be easier if once we have the bike master plan in place, but the point I'm just trying to make is if we wait, there's going to be several key road projects that are key to the bike network that just happen to be coming up in the next year, and it's possible they're going to come before us before we have the bike master plan in place, and I would just caution that it not be our policy that we don't do anything until we have the bike master plan.
Well, but tonight we're not doing anything. We're not leaving the road the way it is and just repaving it. We are picking from the menu of options which were put forth by the Ped Bike Committee and TNT, and we're picking one that we are balancing the benefits and costs for and advising engineering. This is what we're comfortable with at this point. And on Prospect, we've taken the recommendation. On Mount Lucas, we've taken the recommendation. One of the challenges that I have that I didn't feel a need to address given the direction this went is when I look at Mount Lucas and when I look at Hamilton and I bounce them up against the guidelines, it looks to me like we should get the same result, but we didn't between Cherry Hill and Ewing. And we can talk about that. I don't think we need to spend time on it now. It's very late. But it's a question is, are we interpreting the policy consistently throughout? And how, these are the kinds of challenges that are inherent in adopting the new policy. I'll just stop.
If I may, just in response to the council member, if you have any questions about anything that we're doing from a planning perspective, please feel free to ask, and we'll be very happy to provide answers to your questions.
Okay, so there's been a motion to table the ordinance, and I don't know if there's been a formal second yet. Has there been?
I second it.
Who seconded it? Okay, Ms. Howard seconded it. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Howard?
Aye.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Ms. Crum-Miller is absent. Mr. Liverman?
Yes.
Ms. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Simon?
Yes.
Motion to table carries.
Okay, so the ordinance is tabled. Thank you very much.
Mayor, if I may, not on Hamilton Avenue. Okay. Thank you. Freeholder Andrew Kuntz. I just wanted to inform the council and the mayor and council that tonight the Freeholder Board, which met earlier, and we finished up our meeting at about 7:45, starting at 6. But we introduced an ordinance tonight that would establish a crosswalk on Washington Road on Route 571 between the Delaware and Raritan Canal. That's the first step in responding to what you asked us, the action that you asked us to take. So simply the introduction, it's simply establishing a crosswalk there. It is the first step that we need to take prior to putting in caution lights or any of the other safety infrastructure that we need to put there. Currently, there is no crosswalk established at that intersection. The introduction was talked about tonight. It will be voted on formally on Thursday, and in the next set of freeholder meetings in the month of March, we will be probably in second reading and putting the ordinance in place. So I just wanted to inform you that we had taken that necessary first step, and to thank you for contacting us on this matter.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Andrew.
That's great news. Okay. There's ordinance introduction on the agenda tonight, an ordinance establishing a rate of hourly pay for police extra duty and amending the Code of the Township of Princeton, New Jersey, 1968.
No, we've got about an hour to go.
Still got a meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still, no, we're not.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Butler and seconded by Mr. Liverman. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Ms. Crum-Miller is absent. Mr. Liverman?
Yes.
Ms. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Simon?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, and the public hearing for this ordinance will be on March 23rd, 2015. Next, we have set of resolutions. Ms. Howard and I are going to recuse on Resolution 4, and given the late hour, why don't we do that one first, and then meanwhile, people can decide if we want to pull any of these out for discussion, or if there's a desire to move them in block, given the late hour. So I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Miller for item 4.
So moved.
Wait a minute.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry, What was the first and second on that?
Joe, and I'm second. Joe's first, I'm second.
Okay.
Sorry, Bernie, I should have given you the opportunity to read it. I'm sorry.
This was the extension of the license?
Yes.
I'll read it retrospectively.
Thank you.
Resolution for 1565.
It's off, Bernie.
Princeton Trustees of Princeton.
It's off.
Princeton University extension of license agreement for Franklin Street parking lot.
Okay. The first resolution is about our goals and priorities, and this is an important resolution. I just want to make sure everybody was okay with the dates and all the other items that were listed there. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about any of these resolutions or want to pull them, or is there a motion to move them in block?
Yeah, I'm struggling with one of them, which is the one that allocates $2 million without having any kind of a presentation. I assumed that you were going to...
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry.
What number is that?
Number 7, the $2 million
Number 7.
Mount Lucas.
Right.
It's $2 million.
Did we already get a presentation that I'm forgetting? Or I mean, I've seen it on the website, but has council actually seen the...
Yes, we previously did a presentation on Mount Lucas. This particular bid award, the improvement project provides for keeping parking in place. It's just shifting the location from one side of the road over to the other in a particular location. And it's important that we go ahead and award this contract because we're up against a deadline per DOT for the $300,000 in state money.
Okay, and this is consistent with the presentation that has been posted on the engineering webpage that was presented to the neighbors, to the residents?
The presentation that was provided to the neighbors had indicated that parking would be eliminated, but there was concern on the part of the neighbors in eliminating the parking, so we were able to work out a plan to keep the parking in place.
All right, thank you. That's my only question.
I make a motion that we accept the resolutions in block.
Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
You know, I'm sorry, can I just ask a quick question? The professional service agreement with the planning board attorney, have we not voted on that before? It's already late, I know. I feel like every month we're voting. I guess we would have, doesn't it feel like
Seems weird, but it's also a low amount, so I didn't know if there's a specific...
Is that for the whole year?
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
I've seen it before, but I just...
I know, I feel like, it said it was the annual amount, but it does seem weird to me that it's late February and we're...
Can we double check?
Miller, Porter, and Muller was not on the reorganization. I know that. It was not on reorganization.
Right, but
And I feel like, I agree with you.
I feel like
I've seen it before too, but I don't know. Maybe just for one topic that they're
Yeah,
working
that's
on
what I was
already?
wondering, if it's a special...
I don't know,
One issue
but
they're working on?
I guess one of my concerns about is they're working on the land use ordinances, right?
Yeah.
And okay, well,
Welcome to our world.
can we double check on that?
Well, really, it's special counsel. It's not the planning board attorney. It's the special counsel when the planning board attorney is conflicted.
Okay, but still, I thought we had voted on that.
I don't know.
Yeah, Okay.
All right, well, I believe council has passed it, but
Yeah.
if you could just review it, and if there's an issue, bring it back.
No.
Okay, and now we come to the consent agenda, which contain items of a routine nature, approved by a single vote. Are there any items on the consent agenda anyone would like removed? And if not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
It's moved by Ms. Howard and seconded by Mr. Miller. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the consent agenda passes. And is
Mayor, I
there,
move we move into closed session.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of Princeton, this body will now convene into a closed session that will be limited only to consideration of an item or items with respect to which the public may be excluded pursuant to Section 7B of the Open Public Meetings Act. General nature of the subject or subjects to be discussed in said session is as follows. It's continuance, negotiations, affordable housing, open space acquisition, Nassau Builders Tract. See as precisely as presently possible. The following are the time when and the circumstances under which the discussion conducted at said session can be disclosed to the public within 90 days or upon summit of litigation if applicable.
But I didn't let you paint.